You often read headlines in the newspapers where this 30-year-old man was robbed, or this 50-year-old woman was mugged, or whatever, assaulted. They are always nameless, faceless victims that you read about in the newspaper every single day, and you feel for them, but then you turn the page and you don't think about it again until you become that victim. And when you're the person who's in that newspaper headline and your family is the family that was involved in that headline, it makes you question the decisions that you've made in your life leading up to now and going forward. We are the victims in these newspaper headlines. This happened to us this past week, to my family, and it has made us question the decisions that we've made this past year, in the coming years. It has made us rethink how we're going to do things going forward. So if you want to hear more about that, stick around. Hello everybody, welcome back to April's on a Budget. I'm April, and today I'm going to be doing some money finagling. So I'm going to be talking a little bit quietly in this video, and I'll try to fix it in editing. But it is 6 o'clock in the morning and the whole house is sleeping, but I have to do 4 videos today, and we're kind of stuck in the middle of a blizzard right now, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to the bank to withdraw my money for my cash stuffing. So I have to do some money finagling because we do have money here, you know, in a lot of binders and such, but it's not in small enough denominations. So what I'm going to do is try to kind of move around money a little bit to give myself some money for cash stuffing today. So first of all, I left my binder way the heck over there. Okay, that's better. Okay, so I had intended on doing a video today that was to tell you a little story about what happened to my family this week. And then I started making something, and I was going to do the video while I was making it. And then I thought, you know what, why don't I, or while I was going to make a video while I was making stuff so I could tell you the story. So then this morning I had this epiphany when I realized I don't have any money and can't get to the bank, that I would tell you the story during my little money finagling video. So if I get a little sidetracked, you know why. So there's been no preparation for this. I literally decided to do it like 5 minutes ago. So to start with, what I want to do is I want to empty this, and I am at some point in time going to divide it up throughout the rest of the binder, which I'll explain in a second. But for today, I actually need this money to help me with cash stuffing. So this is my money that I have set aside for ghost hunting with me and my daughter. And I finished the first row on this. So I decided that every time I finish a row, I'm going to unstuff this money and reallocate it. But it's just going to help me today. And then hopefully when I get to the bank, well, not hopefully, when I get to the bank, I'm going to leave this one in here for now. When I get to the bank, I will put it all back. So I'll keep track of what's coming out. So I have written it down on the back here of how much I'm taking out. Oh, I suddenly got very nervous, like I'm being caught stealing. Like, it's my money. I'll do what I want with it. Anyway, so in this envelope, there is $73. And then in this one, there was, oh, darn, I didn't count it. Oh, I don't remember. But anyway, it is here, and I'll get the total another time. But so for now, what I have in here, where did I do my cash tray? I could have sworn, oh, it's hiding under a binder. Okay, so what do I have in here? Not a lot of 5s, which is what I'm lacking. Okay, so, yeah, it's like, this is probably going to be the best payday I've had this year. And we're having a blizzard, so I can't actually get to the bank. 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 15. I need to mark this. So it's 115, 16, 17, 18, 19, 121 is coming out of, I'll just put ghost hunting. because it's not actually going back into those envelopes anyway. Hi guys, I just wanted to insert this real quick. I wasn't sure where I was going to put it, and I still don't know where I'm going to put it, but once I was done recording my last video, I counted up the money that I had left. There's 20, 40, 60, 81, 20. And then I went over everything that I took out of the binders today for cash stuffing, and I took 120 out of ghost hunting. So I thought, well, since I owe 121 to ghost hunting, I took the $1 out of here that Tyson owed me because I overpaid him last week. There, I've done it. And what I'm going to do is divide all of this up amongst these envelopes, which is what the plan was anyway, was that I was going to empty these first two once I finish this first column, and then use that money to fill these binders up. And then I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to do it now, because otherwise I was trying to figure out where I'm going to put that money until the next time I make a video. So I thought, well, I'm just going to do it now. So there's nothing in these envelopes. I have not stuffed them yet. So this will be the first time that they're getting stuffed. And I believe there are 6 envelopes. So that works out perfectly because they each get $20, which is perfect. And then, like I said, when Sam and I go ghost hunting, this will just help to cover the cost of that. And then the tech thing, we are saving for stuff for techie stuff, ghost hunting equipment and that sort of thing. Miscellaneous, this is, you know what, there's just always something. We run out of something or we need something last minute. So that's what miscellaneous is for. And then, of course, 20 going into Salem. This trip is way, way, way far down the road, but I'd like to put in it anyway. Oh, that envelope is yucky. And then the extra $1, I'm just going to pop it into Wee Peter pants because I don't really want to put coin in those envelopes. So that's it. So I just wanted to quickly pop that in here and show you where that money came from and where the money from the first 2 envelopes went to. And that's it. Back to the video. So that brings me very close to actually where I need to be, because I only need enough for savings challenges and for my cash stuffing today, just because I can't get to the bank. So that's good there. Oh, now my cats are going to start going all psycho. I don't know if I need to take out of here, but this one I can for sure take out of. Okay. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. So, interesting thing happened to us this week. My husband and I will have to pause periodically throughout this because I'm not really good at multitasking while I'm recording. So, my husband and I he drove me to work on Monday, and so after work, when he came to pick me up, let me just quickly count this. I'm going to leave the coin in here because, yeah, I'll leave the coin in. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. Oh, no, I'm going to take the coin out. Oh, that's Mickey in the background that you hear. There's a blizzard, like I said, outside, so he can't go outside. So he is a little bit upset about that because he can't go outside. Okay, so this is $100. Oh, that's really good, actually. And I'm going to take this out of Tyson's envelope, which I'm sure he'll be thrilled about. But that's just going to be, oh, this is not Tyson's. Just because then it'll be easy for me to remember where it goes back. I mean, I'll write it down anyway, but, and then I'm just going to put that. Oh, the cats are going to town over there. One's growling, one's howling. Please let me beat you up. Okay, so that shut the box taken care of. And I need to put 100 to Tyson. You hear them? Mickey! Okay, so how much do I have in total here? 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80. 10, 20, 30, so what is that? 180, 210. So I still need a little bit more. Okay, anyway, Tyson came to work to pick me up the other day, and when he got there, I was walking out toward the car. It's gonna be hard for me to tell this without telling where I work, so I may have to kind of mince words a little bit. So if you hear me bleep myself, it's because I've said something that I shouldn't have and I've had to get rid of it. Anyway, so I'm walking toward the car. Abby's in the car with him. And I see somebody standing on the opposite side, like on the driver's side of his car. So I assume it's just an employee because we've both worked for the same company for over 25 years. And we've both worked at multiple sites throughout our company. So we know most of the people who work within our corporation. And I just assumed it was another employee that had seen him and went to pop in and say hi because I hadn't seen him for a while. So I continue walking to the car, wondering who that is at the driver's door of the car. And then all of a sudden, I notice toward the front entrance of the building where I work, there was 4 security guards standing there along with the security supervisor. And there was a lot of holding up the radio, talking on the radio, but they were looking over toward Tyson's car. So I was like, what the heck? Like, he's just here to pick me up. Like, what are they doing, right? And then all of a sudden, I look back at the car and I notice the interior light come on in the car. Like, so I know that the door of the car has opened, right? Because that's the only thing that turns on the interior light. It was nighttime. And then as I'm getting closer to the car, I can see that Tyson is starting to struggle in the car. And then all of a sudden, security yells. I mean, like really loud. They just yelled, "Hey." So I start walking fast towards the car because I realize that somebody is attacking Tyson in the car. And security comes running and I'm coming from the other side, and then the interior light of the car goes off. So Tyson had managed, thank God, to shut the door. So I open the car door. I get in the car, or halfway in the car, and I'm like, "Oh my God, dear, are you okay?" And he's like, honest to God, it was like he was tying his shoe. He's like, "Oh, I'm fine. That guy just tried to knife me." I'm like, "What?" So I open the car door, jump back out of the car, and I yell to the security guard. I'm like, "Grace, that guy's got a knife." And so then she yells knife because all these security guards are chasing this guy onto a transit bus. So the guy has now got onto the bus, and one of our security vehicles pulled in front of the bus to prevent the bus from leaving. And then, of course, I'm pretty sure that bus drivers have like a protocol that they have to follow if an armed person gets on the bus. So the bus immediately went into stalled mode and then just sat there. And so anyway, I was pretty shook. I got back in the car. It occurs to me as soon as I get back in the car. Well, security's yelling at me to get back in the car. Tyson's yelling at me to get back in the car. But I needed to let them know that the guy had a knife because they're chasing him if they just grab him by the arm and he swings around, Anyway. So I said to the security supervisor, after the guy was on the bus and security's just kind of standing around, and we know that they're waiting for authorities. I said to security guard, like, "Where do you want us to stay? Like, where do you want us to park?" Right? Because we're not in like legal parking. We're in like drop-off pickup zone. And for the police to come. And she says, "Oh, it's okay. You can just go. You don't need to stay." So I get back in the car and I said to Tyson, "I'm pretty sure that's not correct. I'm pretty sure, the guy just tried to carjack Tyson. I'm fairly certain they're going to want to talk to us." So we actually went across the street to the employee parking lot, which is secure. Like no one can get in and out or except employees. And so we parked there just to wait for authorities to come. So anyway, in the end, the police came. We were like, "Holy crap, they're taking forever. What is taking them so long to get here?" And then all of a sudden we realized everybody's piling off of the transit bus. And then so I stand up over toward the fence to get a better look. And there's like a lineup of cop cars behind the transit bus. They had come up, not lights and sirens, because they didn't want to, I guess, scare the guy or panic the guy because he's armed. So they had been on the bus. Apparently within a minute after it happened, the police were already on the bus and had apprehended the guy. Evacuated the bus and then apprehended the guy. But anyway, that was our exciting week this week. We almost got mugged. Not mugged, carjacked. Well, not we, Tyson. So what freaked us out the most about the whole thing, I think, after the fact, was it occurred to us that, Abby was in the backseat of the car the whole time. And thankfully, she was not oblivious to anything happening, but she, oh, there's not as much money in here as I had hoped. She wasn't oblivious, but I think that by the time she realized anything was happening, it was already over. So, but anyway, that was our exciting week. Now, yeah, so it's been interesting because we've had like the company directors reaching out to us, all of upper management's been reaching out to us all week. You know, just making sure we're okay. And we're perfectly fine. Tyson thankfully was not injured at all. The knife, the hand that the guy held the knife in, it was outside of the car. And the one that wasn't holding the knife was the one that he was using to try to get into the car and get at Tyson. Or I don't know if he was trying to get at Tyson, but he was trying to get into the car. So thankfully the knife never actually entered the car. 20, 40, 60, 81. So anyway, yeah, so the guy's been arrested, and as it turns out, he had tried to rob a delivery driver earlier that day. So this happened at about 6:30, I want to say, and he tried to rob the guy at like 3:30 in the afternoon, some delivery guy. So yeah, craziness. It's amazing how quickly things can happen. Okay, so I'm taking this. This is from my son. 20, 40, 60, 81. So anyway, the next day, Tyson and I were sitting here talking about it because it's really hard not to. There's just so much happening. What was I doing there? Took the 100. Oh, I should have. No, why did I do that? What did I do that for? I could just keep that. I need the coin. I need the change. So anyway, Tyson and I were sitting here talking. Now, 20, 40, 60, 81. Remember when I was saying that we have retro pay coming, and we weren't really sure. I mean, we kind of figured, okay, well, we kind of figured, oh, you know what, we're just going to use our retro for debt. And there was some discussion. We were actually sitting down discussing, oh, okay, I'm just going to fix that later. Discussing what we were going to put that money on. So we kind of thought Culligan was where we were going to put it. Yeah, I just got that out of Wizard Kitty, right? But then, after all of that happened, Tyson and I were sitting here and we were discussing our retro and where we were going to put it and all of that. And then, I was sitting here and I was going through all my binders and I just wanted to do a full count up of my binders, which, by the way, I have $2,665 in all of my binders. So how cool is that? But anyway, so I wanted to show that to Tyson because I was so proud of it. And when I showed it to him, he was like, holy crap, dear. And I said, yeah, like, holy crap. And then he said, here's a wild and crazy idea. And I was like, what? And he said, why don't we book Disney? Like, not with this money, but with our retro money. Because it occurred to him that we have managed to save all of this money, $2,665 since October, whilst still making massive credit card debts. Not massive, but the biggest debt that we have, we pay almost 4 times the minimum payment on that one every single month. About, I think it's $769, I think is what we pay each month on that one bill. So while doing that and paying at least double the minimum on the other ones, we still managed to save all of this money. And the thing that this taught us this past week was, in a heartbeat, anything can change. We came out of this unscathed, but it could have been so different. If security hadn't been there at that moment, that man had been loitering in the parking lot, and that's what had security's attention, was they were watching him because he was loitering. Had they not been there, when the security guard yelled as loud as he did, the man kind of, it got his attention long enough that Tyson was able to slam the door shut and lock it of the car. Had they not been there, we don't know what the outcome would have been. The guy could have jumped in the car, He could have knifed Tyson, jumped in the car, driven away with Abby in the back seat while I had to stand there and just watch it happen. It was horrible. It was a horrible thing for us mentally after the fact. However, life can change on the flip of a switch. It's just so fast. And I don't want to let life pass us by because we are so busy and so hell-bent on paying debt. And by the time that debt is paid, we don't know what will happen in the meantime of that to happen. And I want to live now, and I want our family to live now while we can. So that's what we're going to do. So we've booked Disney. Crazily enough, we just said, you know what, to hell with it. Let's do it. Let's book it. We're still going to pay as much as we've been paying on debt. We're still going to continue forward doing what we are doing. The only difference is I've had to shuffle around my binders significantly and swap things out and prioritize things to make it so that we'll be able to fund Disney. Now, that's not to say as Disney gets closer, if we don't have enough money saved between now and then, we booked it for November. So we have 9 months to save. We're going in 10 months, but you have to pay it off a month in advance. I believe we're putting, it's between $3,500 and $4,000 down on a trip. We've already made our down payment, but we had to wait for our retro to come to make the big installment, which is to pay for, it'll pay for all the flights. That'll cover our flights. Anyway, so we're going to put up, it's almost half down on it in as soon as our retro comes. And then after that, we have 10 months to save a huge amount of money. My 100 envelope challenge, was the intent for that the entire time. So that's where that's going to go. So there's going to be a lot of savings challenges that are just for Disney, specifically for certain aspects of Disney, whether it be our savings for spending when we go, or whether it be to cover the actual booking of Disney. That's where it's all going. So anyway, that was our little story. That was our little horrific thing that happened to us this week. And yeah, but most important of all, of everything, we are okay. Abby is okay. She, we know it affected her because the next day she was doing a lot of, like, I had to give her the entire list of everything that I was afraid of. Oh, I forgot. So anyway, while we were across the street in the parking lot, the police called us. I knew that they would. And they wanted to know. They said that we understand that you're probably close to home by now. But at any point, whenever it's convenient with you, can you guys come down and give a statement? So we're like, well, we're actually just across the street in the parking lot because we kind of figured you'd want to talk to us. And he's like, oh, that's good. So then he comes across the street to the parking lot. And Tyson had to get in the back seat of the car to... I can't show a picture because, well, I mean, I guess I could, but the picture I have doesn't really show much. So, but, oh no, 50 is in there. But anyway, so Tyson got into the backseat. Oh, I can't get in this envelope now and I need to. Darn it. How do people just pop this open with their nails? I have nails, but I can't pop these open. That actually wasn't that hard. So anyway, the guy... Okay, how am I gonna do this? Oh, you know what? No, I won't do it out of there. I don't want to take out of here unless I absolutely have to, just because it's not my money. I'd be borrowing it from my son. But I think I see a 50 here. Do I? No, I don't. Oh, no. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to take it out. And then, so 50 from Christmas. And don't worry, all of this money will get put back in as soon as I can get to the bank machine. But, yeah. So, anyway, the cop gave Abby a RCMP badge, which is, or no, Winnipeg Police badge, which was really cool. But anyway, Sorry, this is what happens when I try to tell a story while I do stuff. It doesn't work out very well. But anyway, he told Abby she was very brave and all of that, the policeman. And so it was okay. But the next day she was asking us a lot of questions. Like she wanted us both to list to her every single thing that we're afraid of. And I think that was not necessarily brought on by the event that happened, but that after the fact, when the policeman was talking to Abby, making sure she was okay, and he said to her, he said, your daddy is very, very brave. He's a hero. And because he saved you today. And so I think that kind of may have brought on the fear thing, like who fears what and yada, yada. So anyway, it was very sweet, though, of the police, and they were very helpful. So let me just quickly count this. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so that is definitely enough for me to do my cash stuffing today. So now, I don't have change, though. So what time are we at here on this video? Oh my God, 23 minutes already. Okay, well, anyway, that's all I'm going to do today. The coin, I'll probably just put this in the coin jar, because I've added it here anyway, so I'll be putting the bills back. So for now, I'll just put that in the coin jar, and we'll utilize that for savings challenges. Sorry, my background is gone, only because it is so early in the morning. I just wanted to get recording because I knew I had so many videos I needed to do today. Thank you very much for this very, like, really crazy ass video. There was something else. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot to, I quit at such a weird part. Anyway, after all this happened, we decided we were going to book Disney. Now, in order for us to book Disney, we needed to move around a lot of my savings challenges. So I took out some savings challenges that either don't get enough money because I never land on them, or don't get enough money because when I do, it just doesn't seem to add too much. Like I have one I've been doing now for 5 weeks and it has $2 in it. And then ones that I didn't have designated to other places. So I had said a long time ago that I was making savings challenges, or all of these savings challenges were to go to specific places. And then there's a few that I didn't really know where I was going to put them. Okay, so the monthly, that will is still the same thing. It's for Disney, but it's my 100 envelope, but that is for Disney. Easter is obviously Easter. This one will stay the same. It's Disney. However, this one very specifically will be going into this binder. How cute is this binder? Okay, so I made this binder. I spent all day yesterday making this binder, and I understand why they charge so much for these binders, because holy crap, was it a lot of work. And it took me all day from, I got up at 6 in the morning and I finally finished it last night at like 8:30, I think. So what I've done is I emptied Abby's envelope out of our family binder and I've put her money in here. So I filled out, so see, it's 150, 195, 215. So that's what I've put in here so far. But look, each princess has a designated amount of money. Yeah, how pretty is that? I just love these. Yeah, so anyway, she does have some money in here. So there's 20 in Moana, and there's a couple of 50s in here. Anyway, I'm very excited. So this is Abby's binder, and I need to make one for me now and one for Tyson. And this is specifically for spending in Disney. This is not for the trip at all. It's just for spending money while we're there. So anyway, I thought that was really cute. This is not ever going to be for sale. There's way too much work goes into these binders, and I don't know how people, with the competition for product being as high as it is, and now things like Amazon jumping in, and Temu, you find things on there all the time, knockoffs. that they're, you know, mass producing. You can't charge as much for these anymore, and actually think people are going to buy them. At least I don't think so anyway. So I could never get what went into this binder out of it by selling it. But this is, yeah, heart and soul went into this binder yesterday, and I absolutely love it. So kudos to everybody who makes these and sells them on Etsy. Good job, because you need to be charging way more. I don't even know what they go for nowadays, but I know that they don't go for enough. Anyway, so there's that. That's where this is going to feed into. Christmas is Christmas. It's not going to change. This one, same thing. It's not going to change. The only thing is when it says that it's putting money to the bank, that money will probably go to Disney. Oh my God, I'm so sorry about Mickey in the background. He's very upset because it's blizzarding outside. This one, 50 envelope, has always been this one. So this one is going to be my savings for Disney, which is why it is so big. So I intend to have some spending money in Disney. So this will be split between Tyson and I. So I basically worked it out that we would need $100 a day. I want $150 a day. So for the amount of time that we're going, and we're going for 7 nights. So I figured 1,500 should do the trick. Maybe 2,000. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, each, by the way. So it's wishful thinking, I know, but we're going to do our darndest. Adventure Awaits, as always, it'll be split between all of our future trips, not just Disney. And then birthday stays the same. And then I've added this one as well. Oh, I think I got it wrong, actually. I think this one was going into mine, and the other one was going toward the trip. I'll figure it out. Anyway, that's it. So that is a few of the changes that I've made to the binders. Everything else, I believe, stays exactly the same. I'm not changing how much we're putting on debt. I'm not changing the annual snowball or... okay, one of the cats is freaking out here. Not Mickey, because he's looking out whatever cat's freaking out. But anyway, what's the other one? What's it called? What they call? Oh my God, I don't remember what it's called. This one. Anyway, this one. So this one here is still the same. All of the money that comes in from AdSense goes into this binder. And any money that I have left over from my wallet will also go into this binder. So that's it. So thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry this video was kind of weird. It's not really a cash stuffing video. It's more like a cash moving around and talking video, but I just wanted to tell you guys what happened because it was just such a big deal, and it has prompted us to make a massive life decision for us. Don't come at me about it. For all of you, oh, I went my whole life and never went to Disney and I survived. Good for you. Good for you. Good on you. That's your choice. Nice. Lots of people go out and buy cars every year. We don't do that. There's all kinds of things that people do with their money that we don't do, and I don't criticize them for it. So I'm not saying don't critique. You can critique. I'm perfectly fine with that, but it's the insults that I just won't. They'll just be deleted, and that'll be it. This is a decision that Tyson and I have come to. We have wanted Disney and put it off for years. I mean years. There's always something more important than Disney, and Disney gets pushed aside every single time. And to be frank, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Disney being pushed aside. I think Tyson's finally tired of Disney being pushed aside as well. This is going to be the only opportunity that he and I are ever going to have to just say, you know what, we're going to have enough money to put half of the money down that we need for Disney. So we're going to do it. We're going to take advantage of a situation and live while we can. And the debt will still be there when we get back. But unfortunately, by the time the debt is paid, our health might not be well enough for us to attend Disney, or Abby will be an adult by that time, potentially. So yeah, so we're doing Disney, and I'm very excited about it. Tickled pink, actually. So that is all. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you stuck around to the end, leave me a There is no emoji that's good for today. Is there like a robber emoji or something? If you stick around to the end of this video, leave me the emoji that I'm going to post on the screen right here. And I will see you all next. No, you know what? Tomorrow. Because I have to do 4 videos this week. So there's going to be a lot of videos coming out this week. Bye, everybody.